Welcome to The Perspective. I'm the champion, Nate G, alongside C Towns and alongside Mr. Ed. But before we get down to business, I just got to congratulate my fellow team members, C Towns and Mr. Ed, because we have surpassed 1,000 plus subscribers in only 4 months of doing this show. And none of this will be possible if it wasn't for our amazing fan base who has been liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the entire 4 months we've been doing this. Let's continue to do this. Let's have a crazy 2019. Sky's the limit. Everybody, please just continue liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and let's keep this thing going. You got anything you want to say, C Towns, Mr. Ed? To the fans?
Looking forward to 2019.
Yeah, appreciate it.
2019 is going to be crazy. But let's get back to business.
AFC, NFC championship games. Let's start in the NFC, y'all.
Well, first.
Rams going to New Orleans.
Well, first, we got to react to what happened to your Cowboys, C Towns. We are not going to just overlook what happened to the Cowboys. What did the Cowboys do?
It hurt.
Mr.
Defense shut down. Defense.
But what did the Cowboys allow?
74 rushing yards.
274 rushing yards between two backs. Now, Todd Gurley, I understand going off. He's if not the #1 back in the league, #2 back in the league. But to allow C.J. Anderson to go off the way that he went off,
it was bad.
To allow C.J. Anderson to look like he was LaDainian Tomlinson. I mean, two 100-yard rushers, and the Cowboys defense all year has been crazy. So, C.
Somebody would have.
You got to explain to me what happened that day.
If somebody would have told me before the game that Ezekiel Elliott would be held to 47 yards and Dak Prescott still puts up 22 points, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm looking at it like Dallas should win this game because of our defense. It was a lot of things that happened during that game that I didn't like. The fact that the first 2 drives, we stopped the Rams in the red zone. Mm-hmm. Doing what? Blitzing. And the next thing you know, they left blitzing. Yeah. They didn't blitz the whole second half. Yeah. They sat down Van Der Esch, who led the team in tackles, basically the whole third quarter. Yeah. That didn't make sense to me. It was a lot of things that didn't make sense to me. It was a lot of play calling that didn't make sense to me. It's a lot of coaching. I'm hoping coaching staff changes happen because that 4th and 1, we haven't been able to run the ball all game. Why are we running at Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald? The anchors of that defense is in the middle.
It seemed like the week off helped them. You know what I mean? We were talking about...
Help them prepare.
Well, not even just prepare, but we were talking about that the Rams had all these big names that they brought in. Yeah. But we also said they had a lot of tread on those tires.
But you want to...
I think the rest, right, helped them guys.
But hold on, I have something to say, though. Right. Y'all might think I'm crazy. They might comment saying, I don't know what this guy's talking about. But to me, the Rams still didn't impress me. They rushed for 274 yards, right? They only won by 8 points.
They still won.
Hold on, let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. 2 penalties stopped Dallas from having the ball. That horrible hands to the face penalty, when we stopped them on the 3rd and 14, if that penalty is not called, they don't score a touchdown.
Now, I hear that. I hear bad calls.
No. I want to stay here, though. Let me finish. I want to stay here. It's just because, and again, that's not a reason why we lost. That's just, to me, the Rams running backs showed up. But the rest of the team really didn't. The defense, yeah, stopping the run was great. But Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters, to me, they didn't prove anything.
But the rest of the team for the Rams didn't need to show up. All that needed to show up was stopping.
But hold on. I mean, it was things that happened in that game
time out.
To where you're like, you know what? If the penalty goes the other way, it's a different game.
Time out. The Rams didn't need anything else really to go their way when they're stopping your best player, your bell cow, and Zeke Elliott on top of allowing 2 100-yard rushers.
But that's irrelevant.
You cannot allow C.J. Anderson.
All right, all right. But let's be real.
Terrell Davis.
All right, let me ask you a question, Mr. Ed. If I would have told you the Rams are going to run for 274 rushing yards in one game. Both running backs have over 100
I would have said the
yards.
Cowboys are losing.
Hold on. How many points do you think Dallas will lose by?
I would expect them to light up the scoreboard.
Now, an 8-point game where every drive mattered. Take away that, again, hands to the face, that was a petty call. Bad penalty. After that penalty, they scored. Now, if people want to get that penalty, fine. But what about that phantom sack in the grass penalty? They stopped the play.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Zeke Elliott, bro? Only rushing for 47 yards.
I already pointed that out. You're pointing up stats that I already pointed out.
All I'm hearing you say is flag this, flag that.
Because you're bringing up stats right now, and those stats are irrelevant because right or wrong, Dak Prescott was doing his thing. 22 points.
I never said that he didn't do it.
What I'm saying is Zeke Elliott has nothing to do with it. And that's what I mean. Like, put it like this.
If Zeke Elliott doesn't rush for 100 yards, bro, y'all don't win.
But again,
am I lying?
We won a
when
game.
Zeke Elliott rushes for 100 yards, almost every game the Cowboys win.
Yes.
That's the truth,
now,
bro.
See what you're saying right now? You can't go with when Zeke Elliott rushes for 100 yards, we automatically win. That doesn't mean if he doesn't, we automatically lose. Because
I didn't say automatically. I said there's a great chance you guys win.
We scored 22 points with Ezekiel Elliott
but
not doing
you guys gave up
thing.
274 rushing yards on the other side of the ball.
That's not why we lost.
So why did you guys lose? Because of flags and like bad penalties?
Bad play calling. Did I not point out stuff? Bad penalties, bad stopping of play, bad play calls. Because the 4th and 1, we were driving. 4th and 1. First of all, let's think about this. It was 3rd and 15. Dak Prescott threw a perfect pass. Gets 14 yards. It's 4th and 1. They been stopping the run all game. Why are we gonna run the ball? Why? And my thing is this: the last 4th and 1 conversion, we ran an option. We didn't run between the guards and center at all. So why are we going to start now?
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I really do see Towns.
That doesn't make any sense.
But with that being said, do you give any blame at all to your defense?
Yes, I do. But it's the
how much?
Go ahead.
Well, hold up. Before we go too far down this road, right? This is a preview of the Rams, right? That game was over with. We want to keep down that road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and
I just wanted to talk about that game first before we.
I understand, and we know what went on, and it was an unusual game because things didn't play out the way to the strengths of the teams, like they lost.
Yeah. The Eagles lost on the 2-minute drive. Alshon Jeffries dropping the ball.
Yeah, so it was a lot of unusual things, and I like the coaching.
Exactly, and that's all I'm saying.
Eagles part in that game, it was too conservative after they got 14 points.
Exactly.
He started coaching not to lose instead of coaching to win. But right now we got the Rams
going into New Orleans.
Rams, New Orleans. Whew, this
rematch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have the Saints. I really do have the Saints. The way the Rams just played. Dak Prescott looked good, so what do you think Drew Brees is going to do? Because they can stop Ingram from running the ball. The Eagles stop Mark Ingram from pounding the ball. But the thing is, they don't have just one running back. They have two. And Kamar, he can catch the ball from the backfield.
Sure.
And let's be real, the Rams linebackers aren't good.
Yeah. And nobody stops Thomas.
Now the one thing.
Oh my no! Oh,
don't remind me. Don't remind me, please. Don't remind me.
That's all year.
Michael Thomas was all day on the Eagles.
But that's all year. I mean, he led the league in receiving. Twice. You know what I mean? Nobody stops him ever.
Hear me out.
And he's stronger than he looks too. That's another thing.
Hear me out. What have we said all year as far as the Rams not really having a home field advantage all like that in LA? Because every road team that comes in there, it seems like
New Orleans. It's in New Orleans.
New Orleans
has
so I thought it was in LA.
No. They're the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Saints had a better record than LA?
Yes.
Oh,
they own the tiebreaker.
They're on the tiebreaker. Okay. Yeah.
And
New Orleans.
And what makes it so...
Yeah, I got New Orleans winning this game.
The thing with me is, if it comes down, like, what I say in the middle of the year, if Todd Gurley doesn't score 2 touchdowns, the Rams probably aren't going to win or even have a chance to win. Todd Gurley has to be in this game.
Sure.
Because if this comes down to Jared Goff versus Drew Brees, I'm taking Drew Brees all the time.
Same.
Did you hear the comments Marcus Peters was having about Sean Payton?
No.
Cause Sean Payton, I don't want to quote wrong, but it's some hostility.
I'm hoping Marcus Peters wasn't talking trash.
Peters was like
compared to how he's been playing this year.
Yes, and that's
he has not been playing well this year. I'm hoping he wasn't talking trash, Marcus Peters. Because Marcus Peters will get lit up by Drew Brees.
We don't even need to talk about last year. We can just talk about that game again. Dallas. Gallup. Rookie. What do you think Michael Thomas is going to do?
Yeah. Nobody stops him, bro. That's going to be... I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to pick the Saints because they beat my Eagles. But the Dome is a hard place to go in and get a victory.
Yeah, I thought this game was at
How many timeouts did we see the Eagles have to waste after kickoff?
Sure.
Not being able to communicate.
Yeah, sure. It's a hard place to go into.
A play that should be scripted after the half, for some reason, wasn't called. It was like they were not on the same page, and you cannot afford to blow timeouts in a crazy dome like that. Like you cannot afford to.
You have no choice. It's either that or get the penalty.
Okay, 1st and 15. Okay. 1st and 15 or blown timeout, a timeout that you're going to need in the second half, like they needed yesterday.
Well, I mean, nobody is going to just take a penalty when you're trying to score. You're trying to score.
What are you going to do? 1st and 15, 5 yards, or blown?
I don't even think it should. The play clock should have got down to that, in my opinion.
But it did. So what are you going to do?
Oh man.
Hindsight being 20/20, looking back at the game.
Like looking back at the game, I would have took the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah,
but at that on the moment,
you're gonna call timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to penalize yourself unnecessarily. You're hoping that you get yourselves together.
They happened so many times yesterday. It wasn't just once. That's what made it ugly.
Oh yeah.
You wanna know why? Because that building was loud, rocking. Those fans were loud and hype. That's that dome, that home field advantage in New Orleans. That's why they are 6-0 in that building.
I mean,
if the my thing is this: in the Rams' favor, if they can continue to run the ball like they did against Dallas. Now, granted, the Saints are top 5 in run defense.
Sure.
If they can run on the Saints like they half of what they did against Dallas and keep Drew Brees off the field, it'll help.
Yeah, and I think they were like the number 2 run defense. You know, by the end of the year, they were number 2.
They're number 1 in yards of rush with 3.6. Number 1. So are they going to stop Todd Gurley?
And C.J. Anderson now. You have to include him in that mix.
How many
built like a fullback?
Yeah, then he just be like, it's hard to stop.
How many yards did Todd Gurley have in that first regular season meeting against the Saints? Do you know?
Nah, I thought they held him under 100.
Yeah,
did they?
So
yeah,
because that's why they won. Because that was the main reason why I said that if Todd Gurley doesn't go off, they're not going to get it. So I'm picking the Saints to win at home. You know what? I can't do that. I need my Super Bowl prediction to be right. And I did pick the Rams Chiefs in the beginning of this season. I think the Saints will win, but because of that, I got to pick the Rams. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Rams to win this game 35-31.
I like actually like that number, but I'm gonna go Saints.
You picking the Saints?
I'm picking the Saints.
35.
And I don't want to. Trust me, I do not want to.
Hey, but my thing is, you shouldn't even be mad at the Saints. I'd be more mad at Alshon Jeffries.
I'm not mad at Alshon Jeffries because at the end of the day, I don't think you came down to one play, but it was so many things. You know, when you're 14 up, 14-0. Right, and you don't score for 3 quarters.
You dropped the ball though.
Yeah, one drop didn't kill the
Eagles. But it wasn't just like.
We're not going to talk about that game longer than we need to, okay?
It went through both his.
We are not going to talk about that game longer than we need to. Right now, we're talking about the Rams and the Saints game, okay?
But this is what happened.
I saw.
Through his hands.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, brother. Appreciate that. Thanks for the reminder, man. Back to the game at hand.
Who you got?
I got to go with the Saints, bro. There's a reason why that team is 6-0 in that building in the playoffs under Sean Payton and Drew Brees. I got Saints winning this game 33-30. 33-30.
High scoring game. Hey, another. We're getting closer and closer to that Super Bowl.
Well, listen, these last 2 games are all
high-powered offense.
Yeah, all the contenders are going. The real contenders are left. So
yeah, let's see what happens.
We'll see.